the Kristin storm in Leiria, a day that will remain in memory. January 28, 2026 will forever remain marked in the memory of Leiria and of all those who lived through, felt, and witnessed the devastating passage of Storm Kristin. It was not just another day of bad weather. It was a day when the power of nature showed, in a brutal way, how everything that seems solid and guaranteed can be put at risk in just a few hours. During the early morning hours, the city woke up to the violent sound of the wind. Sheets of metal banging, roofs creaking, and trees giving way to the force of the gusts. Many residents reported that it felt like an earthquake. Buildings shaking, windows vibrating, objects being torn away and thrown through the air as if they were toys. The wind reached extreme values, with gusts that in some areas of the district exceeded 170 kilometers per hour. Something rare and frightening in Portugal. Leiria was one of the most affected areas in the entire country. Centuries-old trees were uprooted, walls collapsed, roofs were lifted, balconies were damaged, and dozens of cars were hit by falling structures, branches, and debris. In many neighborhoods, the scene looked like a true post-war landscape. Streets blocked, electrical cables on the ground, traffic signs knocked over, and a general feeling of chaos and disbelief. One of the strongest symbols of the destruction was the Dr. Magalhães Pessoa Stadium, which suffered serious damage, with parts of the roof and panels torn off by the force of the wind. Seeing such an iconic place in the city hit this way was, for many, clear proof of the real scale of the storm. In addition to material damage, there were also very hard human consequences. Fatal victims were recorded in the region, including in the municipality of Leiria, caused by falling structures and situations associated with the extreme stress brought on by the storm. These events brought an atmosphere of mourning, shock, and reflection, reminding everyone that behind the numbers and the news there are people, families, and interrupted stories. Thousands of people were left without electricity, communications, and in some cases, without minimum living conditions in their homes. Some people spent days without power, without heating, and with difficulties in getting immediate help. Schools closed, roads were cut, and emergency services were overwhelmed with thousands of incidents in just a few hours. But in the middle of the destruction, something powerful also emerged: solidarity. Neighbors helped neighbors. Strangers came together to clear streets, remove trees, temporarily cover damaged roofs, and support those who had lost everything. Help platforms and informal networks appeared, and a spirit of mutual aid showed the best of the Leiria community. In many accounts, it became clear that it was the people who, with their own hands, began to rebuild even before all official support arrived. These photographs from January 28th are not just images of destruction. They are also historical testimonies of an extreme moment, of a city put to the test, and of a population that, despite fear, exhaustion, and loss, showed resilience, courage, and humanity. Every fallen tree, every torn roof, and every street covered in debris tells a story. But it also tells the story of those who stayed, helped, and resisted. Storm Kristin will not be forgotten anytime soon in Leiria. It will remain as a milestone, a warning about the power of nature, and at the same time, as an example of people's ability to unite in the most difficult moments. These images and this account serve to remember what happened, to honor those who suffered, and to recognize the strength of a city that, even wounded, remains standing.